This video is going to teach you how to play 3 of the Tribunal micro expansions for Veiled Fate: the Adventures expansion, the Providence expansion, and the Renewal expansion. A quick note that the Renewal expansion is sold separately from the other 2 micro expansions. First, we'll look at the Adventures expansion, which gives the empty board regions a simple starting quest at the beginning of each age. Note that the Adventures expansion is only compatible at 6 players or less. To set up, place the 6 adventure cards on their matching quest regions, with the adventure side face up. This step is then repeated before placing quests at the start of each age. When a player chooses a region to place a quest on, flip over that region's adventure to the scouted side. It won't be used this round. During the game, a demi can be placed on the adventure with an action, much like a quest, but is not considered a quest for city card effects or god powers. Each adventure has a single demi slot, which has an immediate effect when a demi is placed there. This effect might influence the demi that is placed there, or it could give the placing player an effect. After placing a demi on an adventure, that player should vote as they would on a quest. Each adventure has a +1 icon at the top, indicating that they must select one other player to add a fate card to the vote pile, with the chosen player drawing a replacement card. Then, shuffle the 2 cards and reveal the vote, resolving it as you would a quest. Adventures are only used once per age, so after it's complete, flip it to the scouted side. Lastly, adventures do not all need to be completed for an age to end. Next, the Providence expansion. We initially called this one the Spicy Fate card expansion, but that really wasn't Veiled Fatey enough. So yeah, we call it the Providence expansion. To set up, shuffle any of these 5 new fate card types into the deck. You can use one of them, you can use all of them. Really, it just depends upon how spicy you like your Veiled Fate. During the game, these cards only apply their effects to adventures and quests. They have no effect on age cards. Note that the order in which many of these new cards are drawn is important, so be sure to reveal fate cards one at a time from each vote pile. Now we'll quickly run through each card. First up, discard. When this card is revealed, discard the remaining unrevealed fate cards in the vote pile and resolve the quest as is. Next, the face-up vote. When this card is revealed, the active player chooses one other player to add a fate card face up to the vote pile. After that player adds their card, they should draw a replacement fate card from the deck. Next, singles choice. When this card is revealed, the active player decides whether it counts as a vote of 1 feather or 1 scorpion. Next, doubles choice. When this card is revealed, the active player decides whether it counts as a vote of 2 feathers or 2 scorpions. Extra spicy. And lastly, the first slot reverse. If at least one of these cards is revealed, the opposite outcome is applied to the demi in the topmost slot of the quest. Feathers to scorpions or scorpions to feathers. And that does it for the Providence expansion. Spicy spice. And lastly, the Renewal expansion. The Renewal dice replaces the permanent refresh card effect that normally activates in the pools, creating more dynamic gameplay and ever-shifting strategies surrounding how players use the Abyss. Also, note that at the time of this recording, I do not have a physical sample of this dice, so you'll just have to use your imagination. I mean, with some visual aids. To set up, roll the D12 Renewal die and place it on the refresh icon in the pools. During the game, instead of using the refresh action when moving a demi from the pools to the city, players will instead take the action face up on the Renewal die. Once the action has been taken, the player that just used the action will roll the dice and place it on the refresh icon again to be used by the next player who moves a demi from the pools to the city. The face-up action might affect the demi being moved, taking or gaining renown, smiting, or letting them move through the pools without an action. Or it could affect the player, granting fate cards or even the refresh action. Overall, it adds a great moment of variability to a portion of the game that was sometimes an afterthought. And that does it. We hope you've enjoyed learning how to play these new micro expansions for Veiled Fate. If you have any questions, hit us up in the comments below or on Discord. Now go play some Veiled Fate.